All right, guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This has been a lot of fun for me over the last month. I've been analyzing the best in the world, long drivers, men and women. And also, as most of you know, I get to do some really cool events, corporate events, charity events around the country and some internationally. And I get to meet some really cool people and celebrities, professional athletes, and got to meet Tom Holland, who, as all of you know, is Spider-Man, is an incredible actor, and was just in Uncharted. My wife and I just saw that movie a couple weeks ago. It was really good, and he's just a down-to-earth, great dude, and he absolutely is a golf junkie. Him, his brother Harry, and Jack, part of a security detail, they all are in love with golf, which is phenomenal. You can just kind of see it when you talk to them, and they talk about golf and how much they play, and even when he's filming a movie, he tries to sneak out and get 18 in or go to practice or whatever. So, which is absolutely phenomenal, as he should. You know, being an actor at his level, I'm sure is stressful enough, and he gets to go out and do something he loves, and forgets about his job for about 3 or 4 hours. But this is Tom Holland, his golf swing. I was super impressed with his move. And guys, this swing is 118.4 miles an hour on TrackMan. So TrackMan is a launch monitor which they use for every PGA Tour event. And the average club speed on the PGA Tour is about 117, 116, 117, somewhere around there. This swing was 118.4, and he hit this 312 yards, normalized. It actually went 294. It was a little bit into the wind off the left. So 294 under normal conditions, like what it was, the actual conditions, and then normalized under perfect conditions, it went 312, which is phenomenal, very impressive. And I'm going to show you what Tom does well in his golf swing. And we're going to start off, do a couple lines here. Maybe go around his head, and then we'll go, his arm structure is fantastic. Go here, and then we'll go to club. It's not on a tripod, guys, so I apologize. Someone was holding the camera. And here we go. One piece takeaway. Really good. Great structure. See how the club moves with his shoulders? He's rotating his chest, shoulders, and he doesn't start cocking his wrist till about right there, which is fantastic. So the club's almost parallel, kind of leaning left a little bit. And that's because of that right knee is just a little bit bent there. So if he could do a couple things to straighten that, right? If he can extend that right leg in the backswing, it'll turn that right hip more internally, which will get deeper into that right hip and get his spine angle more here rather than there. It's a little bit leaning forward, which he probably has a hard time swinging up on the driver. But all in all, I mean, that's an easy fix. But he can definitely, this was 118. He could probably easily, by making a couple of simple adjustments, he can definitely swing it 122, 123. No doubt in my mind that he can get up that far. Let's get rid of these real quick. So right there. So we got the right leg extension. Maybe get off that left heel a little bit, getting that left knee going that way. The one thing I like, guys, I did an article for Golf Tips magazine a couple years ago, and I talked about that right hip when I turn it internal rotation, which means going that way, kind of behind the right foot. So you almost want it going back, right? So the one thing that I talked about, you almost want that right hip, like there's a rod going from your left knee to your right hip. And when that right hip goes, the left knee goes with it. So it's almost like moving at the same time. So you never want your right hip to try to move away from your left knee. You want it to go with it. So just a little tip for you guys. So right leg extension, more right hip internal rotation, getting deeper, which will allow his hands to be more here and the club to be maybe a little bit past parallel. Some of the greatest of all time have been a little past parallel. But very, very good structure. His arms are very, very good. And then we're going to come down. Okay, he's leaning forward, and now he's just going to unleash it. This is probably my favorite part of his golf swing right here. Look at his arms and hands. That's where I believe all the speed comes from. Like, he's just dropping it inside and just not forcing anything. I talk about all the time with all these golf swings who are really fast and hit it really far. His hands are just dropping, right? Look at the lag. The lag in his golf swing is absolutely incredible. That is so good, and that is one of the reasons why he creates so much speed. He's rotating his chest and just releases it through and just keeps rotating through. He never stops the upper body. He keeps it going all the way through. This is a little draw down the left side of the fairway, and really, really solid. His balance is phenomenal as well, and probably because he was a ballet dancer growing up. You know, I saw some articles to where, you know, his family put him in ballet dancing, and he's his balance is phenomenal, which is only can help you in golf, because the faster you swing, the better balance you have. And I know you want to be reckless to hit it farther, but balance is still important. But on the downswing, guys, I would not change one thing in that move right there. I mean, the only thing I would maybe tweak, getting that left leg extended a little bit sooner in transition, which means get it straightened out sooner. But that will help by getting in the backswing, getting the right leg straighter and getting a little deeper with the right hip. But that right ankle is phenomenal. I know I talk about it every time, but that is one of the power moves to start the momentum down, and that kind of sets the hands a little bit. Kind of same thing that I feel. And just boom, releases it and munched this ball, 312. So we're going to get rid of the lines, and I'm going to show you his swing in real time, real motion. So here we go. See how fast he was, you know, from the top of the swing, and just rotated and moved those arms and hands and chest as fast as possible. Just watch it again. Be focused on from the top of the swing down. Watch how fast he rotates and lets the club go. That's absolutely phenomenal. And again, he's not a big guy, but he swings it like a big guy, and it's super impressive to see him swing this well. So to kind of go over a couple things, maybe not lean left, get the spine more here, get the chin more on that, maybe back behind the ball a little bit. I would love to see his head about right there. Right leg extension, get it straighter, which will allow better internal rotation of the right hip, and maybe get this left knee behind the ball, and maybe up on the left heel a little bit. And then from there, it's, you know, straighten the left leg a little sooner in transition. But the rotation of his chest, his arm structure is absolutely phenomenal, and I love it. So great job, Tom. It was great meeting you last weekend. Looking forward to speaking to you again. Yeah, looking forward to playing some golf with you, Harry, and Jack, and glad you guys are in love with golf, and just awesome, man. Really, really impressed with your move and how fast you are. It is super cool. So great job, and keep up the good work.